Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where in the world you're listening to or watching this podcast. This is the On The Bench podcast, and for this episode, I will be your host, Mr. Talk to Frank, or just Frank if you prefer. And as you can see, the bench is pretty bare here. It's just me and Mr. Sugar Sean himself, the Chelsea man. How you doing, Shawnee?
I'm good. He's bailed out on us.
He's bailed out,
and
man.
I'm surprised after the drama of the win for them on the weekend. So
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure we'd have to put up with a bit of his gassing. So probably best
It's not a bad thing, is it?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
It's considering Chelsea's result, but we'll come back to that later on.
Yeah.
Right, so I guess Sean's hit the nail on the head there. No better place to start than the title race.
Yep.
Is it over, Sean? I know that you've been saying Arsenal are going to win this league from the start of the season. Fair play, you called it from day one.
Yeah.
Is it over now? Is it done?
I feel like it's just been that kind of sense of knowing that I don't feel like City pick up results where they need to, and I feel like I always thought that going into the last 6-7 games anyway, playing against Arsenal, I don't feel like they even win that game. It's like everyone expects City to turn the title race around because they've got the ability to play Arsenal.
Yeah.
They think, we can get it down to 3 points if it's 6 points, or if we get there when it's 3 points, and it might be level on points.
Yeah.
But I just always had that feeling that City don't look that strong this year. I feel like Pep's really messing around with the team. I don't feel like as if he knows the best balance to his team available. Rodri obviously doesn't look like as if he can play by himself in there anymore. Maybe the injuries limited him a bit, but I've always felt like City are not going to be able to challenge the Arsenal squad down the running with the players that Arsenal have now built.
Yeah.
So I think it was done. I don't necessarily feel like the result itself changes much. I still feel like they still needed like 3 results, including their result. So they're at 9, innit? So it goes to 6.
Yeah.
So even if they did beat them and it's down to 3, it's kind of what it is. If they get to level points and they got a better goal difference, then they beat them anyway. So I feel like they needed them to lose the game anyway.
Well, City have got a game in hand, and if City were to win that game in hand, it is 64 points. Then it's a 6-point gap, and goes back to what you were saying. If City went and beat Arsenal at home, then it's only 3 points. Although Arsenal got a superior goal difference.
How much is the goal difference though?
It's not by much, to be fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if they turn the game around,
if they were to win by a couple of goals,
because then it could just be a goal fest of wins to who could break it down. So I still feel like it hasn't changed as much. Obviously, they might have only needed them to draw the game, other than the game that they played in. But a draw and a loss is kind of the same kind of thing of what they needed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Like, as City fans, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's over. I feel like it's just the fact that they couldn't win that game against such a poor West Ham side generated literally one shot on target the whole game, arguably.
That's bad.
I feel like their frustrations are with the fact that they don't look as potent in front of goal or creating wise as they used to. So, I feel like it's over anyway.
Fair enough. You mentioned Pep as well, saying that it's not we know it's not the same City team as it was. Where do City go from here? I mean, do you think Pep? First of all, do you think Pep's gone in the summer, regardless of what happens? And if so, where do you think City go from there?
Yeah, I don't know if he necessarily feels like he can build this team or get the players that he needs to get into this team that can actually change this into a type. I don't feel like they're far away, but I just feel like as if he's given up. I just don't feel like Pep's. I just think Pep wants to go somewhere else now. I think he's fed up with the Premier League. I feel like
it's 10 years, isn't it?
Yeah, like a lot of the I feel like he's just bored of the stress that our kind of media is a lot more magnified than I feel like a lot of other countries and how they deal with the managers and stuff. I feel there's less pressure. I feel like the pressure's starting to get to him, and the constant questions and like people prodding him for like, oh, what's wrong here? What's this? What's that? Managers can't throw players under the bus. They can't say how bad their team is or how weak their team is, as you've seen from our delusional manager having to prop some of the meaty players. But I feel like even on Pep's standard of players, I still feel like as if he just wants better players, and I just don't feel like he thinks that he can get it into the Premier League to challenge with what he's got now.
Fair enough. I think, one stat which is quite alarming. I mean, we talk about Erling Haaland being the best striker in the league. He's got 1 non-penalty goal in the league since the turn of the year. He scored 3, 2 of them have been penalties. And whilst one of them was a match winner, match winner against Liverpool at Anfield. That's not his standards at all, is it?
Yeah, I feel like he went through a bit of a drought last year as well. I feel like it's just, he has a segment of where it might go 5, 6, 7 games without him scoring. But like to be able to still be that far ahead in terms of goals.
It's crazy,
like it's
innit?
crazy. Like
Yeah.
that's what we base his standard on. It's like when we used to base it on Ronaldo or Messi's levels. When you talk about the best strikers in the world, if they're not scoring every week, people are starting to ask questions. But I just feel like the way that teams are setting up against City now and the way that they play football, they're having the same kind of issues as what we have.
Mm-hmm.
They need their striker to get involved a little bit more outside of play, I think, personally, and it's not really Haaland's game. So, I don't know, Haaland could easily turn it around. I know it's only got one non-penalty goal. People love the non-penalty goal stuff.
I know,
but
you've still got to score the penalties.
yeah, because
though,
Cole
innit?
Palmer keeps getting the abuse that he gets because of like that, but they don't watch his performances, but it's all right. But Haaland is very, very much an isolated individual that if he's not getting his goals or not getting chances, people are like, what's going on? Because if he's not involved, he's really not involved.
No, I agree. And I think, to be fair, I think City all season, even last season, the one thing I've noticed about them, goals aside, they look vulnerable at the back, man. They really look vulnerable at the back. And no matter who they play at the back, I mean, they've got a world-class goalkeeper now. In my opinion, arguably a world-class centre-back they brought in in Mark Gahey. And they're still leaking chances all the time. And, I mean, that West Ham, towards the end of that game, could have even snatched the winner in that game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously the desperation of games plan out like that when they're 1-1 and you're really looking for a win. Obviously, you're going to overcommit in certain areas. But Mark Guéhi, question marks on the weekend. I think some people weren't really happy with his performances in the last couple of games. A lot of Man City fans I talk to, they're happy with Kusanov. They probably see Kusanov as they see Kusanov as one of their better players. Obviously, Ruben Diaz not being available and John Stones now not being available, and he's getting on a bit. So it's like
Guardiola's been a big miss for them.
Gavardio's been a big miss. So like that core of top quality aging players and people that ain't available in terms of injury, it counts when your fullbacks are really weak. Nico O'Reilly, even though he's had a good season, he's not a natural defensive left back.
Yeah.
Mateus Nunes isn't a right back.
Yeah.
So they're lacking maybe they're lacking a lot of good width from out wide areas from their fullbacks. I know Nico O'Reilly's been all right, but that right hand side where Kyle Walker used to get up and down. Pace.
I was just gonna say, shout out my brother, man. He said a while ago, Man City are gonna miss Kyle Walker a lot, and he was the type of player that made a mistake here and there, but he made so many recovery runs and tackles for them.
But it's defensive.
He negated it.
Defensive is good, but also it's just having that option as an overlapping runner to take away a defender,
it's true,
or an extra player to create open space for a pass open. These are all things that are in football that it's crucial, and I don't feel like people are going to be afraid of Mateus Nunes pulling out wide to try and go in on the overlap. And
you're right.
Some people are just there as statues. So for me, it's like football is still a team game. You can always have world-class individuals, but a team will always beat individuals.
100%. Okay, so that's the City side.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Another big win, man.
Yeah, and it's just like I tweeted on the weekend, it's like, how proud would you be to be an Arsenal fan at the moment where you're on course to win the league? You've had issues with players coming into injury as well and not being available and stuff like that, and you're rotating players and you're getting down to the nitty-gritty of the season. They're fighting on all four fronts to win a quadruple, and you're able to turn to your 16-year-old academy graduate, Max Dowman, who's moonwalking to school this morning. Like, being able to brag that he scored the coffin in the box for the game, but the assist basically for the cross as well. Like it's crazy. Like I'd be gassed to have a 16-year-old that looks as good as Max Dowman has, and obviously we spoke about him a couple of weeks ago. So like, I know Jay tried to put him on the levels of
Lamine Yamal,
but it's them kind of games matter to individual fans more than anything. Like they're the moments in the season where you're like, we needed that point. Just like that, how they're remembering that the 3 points against Newcastle, the Gabriel header 96th minute.
Yeah.
Like there's certain moments of this Arsenal season
when
where
it defines a season.
Of course,
you remember certain games.
You remember certain
moments.
games, of course. 90-minute goals are going to happen, but it's just they happen anyway. But they're the ones that you remember when you actually
100%.
achieve something.
Yeah.
So Max Dowman coming on and bailing them out and bailing out a lot of top quality class individuals, arguably world-class players, to bail them out at 16 years old is crazy for me.
Yeah, and do you know what? You're absolutely right. And I think the thing that stood out to me the most is when he came on, forget the goal that he scored. He changed the game. He genuinely changed the game, and they didn't look a threat. Everton had them on lock. If anything, Everton should have taken the lead in the first half. Everton had the better chances, and then as soon as he's come on, you could tell that he was a problem for the Everton defence. And yeah, no, man, I completely agree. Fair play to him. I mean, like you said, me and Jay obviously went and saw him at the FA Youth Cup last year, and I couldn't believe what I was watching, to be fair. And I think he just turned 15 at the time as well. And he's proven that at the first team level. And yeah, fair play to him, man. Hopefully he carries on improving and getting better week by week. But with that with that performance and with that has come a lot of hype. And there's talk about should he go to the World Cup for England. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of news people talking about, or just even podcasts in general, talking about wildcarding someone like Max Dowman into the team. But it's just, I feel like as if he fits into the position that where we're kind of stacked anyway. So it's like, is he better than these players in them positions? You have to ask Arsenal fans if they think he's better than Eze. It's up to them.
Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Saka.
And that's what I mean. And even to kind of like go out on a limb, because like Foden's on the peripheral of not being able to make it anyway in terms of selection. So that's how stacked this team is. Whether or not you're willing to leave a Marcus Rashford behind or a Eze behind, like obviously the Jared Bowens and them, or Foden behind, that's going to be some big conundrum. But is he good enough to? Ronaldo went to the World Cup at 16 when Brazil won the the World Cup 94. And he never played a minute. Even as good of a talent Ronaldo was, he never got a minute in the World Cup. So for me, does he go? Is it pointless to bring him? Is he going to change the game around? Maybe. It's the question marks of like, if Brazil never won that World Cup, would have Ronaldo an inclusion of him in certain games would have changed it? Yeah. No, but I'm saying would it have like changed it? Would it have been able if they never won it? Do you know what I mean? But because they won it, it's like doesn't matter. With England, we could be stuck in a situation where we actually need a game changer, and maybe Dowman would have been a better option than Eze. But that's why I said it's down to Tuchel to think, is he good enough or is he better than these kind of boys?
What are the options that we've got? Yeah. Well, do you know what? It's an interesting point that you make, and I completely agree with you, Sean, because I remember the 2006 World Cup, England, when we went out to Portugal with the whole Ronaldo, Rooney situation. And if you remember, we went down to 10 men. And we had Peter Crouch up front by himself because obviously Wayne Rooney was playing and he got sent off. Yeah. And we looked on the bench and I can't remember, I think it was Michael Owen, or I can't remember which striker it was that we took as well. They were injured. So we only had Theo Walcott on the bench. And if you remember, Theo Walcott at the time was 17. And a bit like the Max Dowman situation, there was a big clamour to take Theo Walcott. And Sven, you know, God rest his soul, he went for the hype and then unfortunately took him. But he didn't bring him on, even though we needed another forward. And he'd left Jermaine Defoe and I think it was Darren Bent, who at the time were firing goals in the Premier League. He left them both at home. And if he's not ready, don't take him. And like you said, I think you're spot on. If what are the other options? If we don't have many options, then fair enough. But I think at the moment, what position can Max Dowman realistically play? Only right wing, probably. I don't think he's...
Right wing or in the 10.
But do you reckon he's physical enough in the 10? Do you reckon he's ready for that?
I don't feel like he has to be physical. I feel like the 10 doesn't demand physicality. I feel like the 10 demands the complete opposite side of the spectrum. I feel like it demands agility, ability to navigate tackles and stuff like
that. Even
at
international level, yeah?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I feel like you're going to get the physical people in them positions. You need to take them out of their comfort zone and be the agile kind of someone that's going to put them wrong-footed and stuff like that and be able to get in and out of tackles and ride tackles. So for me, he's the perfect kind of positional player to go into that 10 role. He's a possibility to go out on the right-hand side, but I feel like we've got stacks of talent in there. It's just, that's why in the 10, it's like the question marks are of, can Foden perform in the 10? They're questioning that. Eze, is he good enough to play in the 10? They're questioning that. So is Max Dowman is just as good as them lot to go in there and as much of a gamble? Probably is just the same as them, but it's just we've got so many talents. It's hard to fight a case for Max Dowman to go in there.
I mean, it'd be crazy if Jude Bellingham was to stay behind and Phil Foden and Max Dowman was to go, wouldn't it?
Nah, Jude, I can't see Jude. If Tuchel don't bring Jude, he's crazy. As much as I don't like Jude, or I think he's a bit overhyped, Jude is still a top player, and he, for me, he plays beside Declan Rice for me personally, but it's up to Tuchel at the end of the day. It's, like I said, systems. If he can find a system where Max Dowman plays better in a 10 than how Foden would fit in the 10 or Jude would play in the 10, then I'm all for it. But that's for what coaches are there to find out.
Well, the England squad gets announced this Friday, so we'll wait and see who he includes in that squad.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we've got the big game this weekend, the League Cup final. It is the Premier League top two. It's Arsenal against Man City.
It feels like all the conversations are just about Arsenal and City nowadays. But yeah, that's all it is really, isn't it?
And obviously, it's the first trophy up for grabs this season. Mourinho used to always say it was his favourite trophy in England because it's the first ever trophy he won at Chelsea with England. I think it's an underrated trophy. I think nowadays any trophy is a trophy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'll be the first potential trophy win that Arteta's had since the FA Cup final, or the FA Cup win 5 years ago. What's your thoughts on the game, mate? What's your thoughts on the trophy itself? And also, if City were to win this, do you think it's a big psychological shift?
Nah, not really. I feel like the final is the final. I feel like if anyone's going to go into that game feeling confident, it's going to be Arsenal. Whether or not they win it or not, I don't feel like it will change the way that they're going to play against all the other teams that they have to the end of the season. EFL Cup, for me, I always used to argue with my friends that I always used to feel like as if it was a better trophy to win than the FA Cup.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, why? What's the reason for that?
Because I feel like it's a more elitist cup. I feel like it takes out all the non-league stuff. I know people like watching a Barnsley turn over over a Sunderland or something like
Mansfield
that.
against Palace, for example.
Mansfield Palace. I know everyone loves to watch it, but they're never going to get to the semis. They're never going to get to a final. Like, you're going to get a championship side might nick a final. But nowadays, the teams and the qualities of the Premier League teams, once it gets to the nitty-gritty, they're spent at the end of the season. The Premier League clubs have the rotational players. It's always going to be them. It happens with FA Cup and the League Cup anyway. It's always going to be big teams playing in it. And if it's not a big team, it's either a lower level Premier League team or a high-end championship side or someone in the championship side. But it just eliminates everything else. Like, what's it, League 1 above, League 2 and above, League 1 and above?
Yeah, League 2, I think, yeah. I think the only thing I'd say about that is that the FA Cup is a trophy of its own.
Yeah.
And I think it's a traditional trophy. I mean, you mentioned, like, sort of lower league teams not getting too far, but I remember, although it was a while ago, to be fair, so you're probably right, but I remember Wycombe Wanderers, was it in the semi-final they got to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what I mean. It's like
that was so long ago.
You might nick a quarters or a semis, but it's like, very rare you're ever going to see something like that happen where a team goes to a final. And I feel like it's more of the opportunity of the fact that people think that, maybe one day we will get someone that are really, really lower than Premier League teams or championship team and get to a FA Cup final. But it's the hope of, like, non-league teams, like my team playing the FA Cup. Like, they're never going to get there. I know they're never going to get there.
About 10 preliminary rounds before that.
Yeah,
before
like 10 preliminary rounds just to even get to the first round.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, it's like, I like the idea of it and stuff like that. It gives people hope and like to feel like they're going to be in the same cup as other professionals, like top tier professionals. So 100%, I love the FA Cup. But in terms of what I would say that is a more actual professional kind of, for me, it just gets rid of all the nitty gritty kind of games that don't need to happen. For me, it should.
Fair enough.
Whether teams take it more important than the FA Cup is a different scenario. I feel like teams still probably prioritise the FA Cup.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, definitely.
In the way that they want to win it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like they're just as worthy as each other. Like an FA Cup and an EFL Cup, you're playing against the better sides anyway. And especially with a final like this, it's definitely going to be a must-win one game 100%, for both teams.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I think, again, another counter argument that I'd have about the FA Cup, I think seeing a team that's in the lower divisions get a Man United or a Chelsea or an Arsenal or a City or a Liverpool, the amount of funds that they get from that. I can't remember which club it was years ago that got almost pretty much got saved. I think it was Exeter against Man United. I think they went to a replay, and I think the amount of money that they made, it held their club up for a long time after that. So I think, that's
I know the importance of them kind of things. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm just saying in terms of
football-wise. Yeah.
For me, I just feel like as if it eliminates all that stuff. 100%. Like FA Vars runs, FA Cup runs. Like I said with my team, we went on an FA Vars run, and it was like £3,000 for this win, £3,000 for another win, and for a non-league team that don't have no funding, that's important. So especially when it comes to like League 2 teams or Conference League conference side teams, like National League, you're looking at big money for an away day if they actually get an away fixture. So it's important. 100%. So
right. So first of all, what are your predictions for the game? And then we'll go with we're going to do a combined Arsenal and Man City starting 11. But what's your predictions for the game?
I think personally we might actually get a 1-1 draw.
I'm thinking it's going to be very, very close this game. Yeah.
I feel like Arsenal defensively, they're just quite sound anyway. And I feel like it's either going to be a very poor a Man City side that turn up, and it could be a 2-0.
Wish it was United.
Yeah, could wish it was United. Either Man City don't turn up and it becomes a very convincing Arsenal win, or I just feel like as if it's just one of those games that might be a 1-0 or it might be a 1-1 game that goes into extra time. And then I feel like it could be anyone's game, but
Extra
I still
time
feel
or
like
penalties maybe.
Yeah, it's like for this game here, are Arsenal going to prioritise this more than wanting to attack the Premier League and the Champions League? City, I feel like now they know that they can't really win the Premier League. They're out of the Champions League.
Well, they could be out of the Champions League this week.
Exactly.
Yeah, 3
so
goals down.
I feel that they know that they're out, but I don't feel like anyone's coming back from their 3-0 deficits in the Champions
To
League.
Real Madrid, yeah. Well, you never know, man.
Yeah, you never know, but like I said, if they get into the position by that weekend and they know that they're gone out of everything else, they might be super motivated to want to win that game. So I feel like it's going to be a tight game. I don't feel like there'll be many goals.
Okay, and I asked you the question earlier about if City were to win it, would it reverse the psychology? If Arsenal were to win it, do you think that just elevates them to another level, or do you think it wouldn't make a big difference?
Well, they win that game there, it's problems, because they got Southampton in the next game of the FA Cup. Champions League run looks very nice for them. I don't feel like anybody on that side.
It's going to stop them. I think they got a clear run to the final.
Quadruple is on, and I told people a long time ago, be wary, man. Like, be careful what you wish for, or just don't be too relaxed. You need to worry about this team. This team was coming, and I was like, they're here now, and they've built the squad, and Arteta's got them playing whatever style that people don't like.
It doesn't matter if you win it, you win it.
It doesn't matter, man. No one cared about when we used to win games by how we won games. As long as we won it and won them trophies, that's the most important thing.
Absolutely,
anyway.
Yeah, I completely agree. Fair enough. All right, so let's get to the combined 11 then. Obviously starting with the goalkeepers. Now, we had this debate a week or two ago as well.
Yeah.
David Raya or Donnarumma?
I'd still go with Donnarumma. I feel like we both agreed with Donnarumma. I feel like he's just got that CV behind him where he's got big Champions League pedigree behind him. If he didn't have the pedigree of the Champions League, I feel like it'd be a much closer kind of debate. But
I agree.
Yeah, I'd go with Donnarumma.
Yeah, I'll go with Donnarumma as well. And I think we could be having a very different conversation next season if the quadruple does happen or even the treble happens. But for now, yeah, I completely agree. I think Donnarumma. Right, left back. I've gone. I know that he's not played much, but I've gone Calafiori or Ain't Nouri.
That's actually quite a close one, to be honest. I feel like Ain't Nouri is very good when he's playing. Recently on the weekend, he got taken off at 59 minutes.
Yeah.
I know, because FPL, I was waiting. I wanted that extra 1 minute of 2 points.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's quite a close one, to be honest. I'd probably favour Calafiori, but Nouri is a very good left back, I think, personally as well. But I might just be able to side with Calafiori on that one.
I'll go with Calafiori as well. I think, like you said, I think if Ain't Nouri had played more games and shown a bit more, it would have probably been him. But I'll go with Calafiori. Yeah. Now, this one, I know you're not going to like this one, but I've gone Gabriel or Mark Guéhi, because I wanted to make it a bit harsh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who are you going with?
Why? Are you going with Guéhi?
No, I'm going to Gabriel. I have to go with Gabriel. I'm a big fan of Mark Guéhi, as you know, but you have to go with Gabriel.
No, yeah, but that is the kind of that is the team setup of what it would be anyway.
That's what
Gabriel
play on.
Gabriel, I'm picking Gabriel over Guéhi. Gabriel's been probably one of the best defenders in world football for the last year and a half.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah. All right, so we're both going Gabriel. Right, Saliba or Ruben Diaz?
Yeah, Saliba.
Yeah.
Diaz has not shown enough. He's not been available for half the season anyway. But Saliba again is they probably got the best partnership in world football. I feel like there's not many teams that have a better centre half pair, and some teams don't even have a better one defender than one of their players. So for me, Arsenal's defence is kind of locked down, to be honest. So I'd be going with that.
And obviously, I mean, we're going during Timber or Mateus Nunes. It's got to be Timber, surely.
Yeah, Timber.
Yeah, all day.
100%.
Yeah, I was going to put Kusanov there, but it is Nunes who plays right back for him. So,
Mateus Nunes has been playing.
And even if it was Kusanov, it's still Timber.
Yeah, 100%. Right. Timber's world class for me.
Yeah, he's up there now. I think he's up there now. Right, Zubimendi or Rodri?
I'd have to go Rodri. Yeah, I'd still go Rodri. I'd still I feel like he's been left out, hung out to dry, to be honest, for this season.
Yeah.
Coming back from an injury like that and being asked to play
the lone position.
No as a man coming back from an injury, I find that ludicrous, to be honest. But For me, it's got to be Rodri still. I feel like Zubimendi definitely contributed to the Arsenal team. It creates a balance for them. Has he been that important to the Arsenal team? I don't know, but he definitely creates a balance to it, whether he's that good or not. So he's been good, but yeah, I'd still got to go with the Ballon d'Or, Rodri.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. I think Zubimendi's been very, very good. Excellent signing for Arsenal, but Rodri, for what he's done the last few years under Pep, has been, exceptional. Right, Rice or Bernardo Silva? This is a bit of a tricky one, but I think I know who you're going to go with.
Hey, you got to go Declan Rice this year. Yeah. Bernardo Silva's had a great... I used to talk about Bernardo Silva when he first come to the team, and I was saying that he gave me Messi vibes.
Yeah, because he was playing as an attacker for Monaco.
Yeah,
really,
when he was
an
attacker,
right
so
wing.
like right wing, cam.
Yeah.
And then obviously in his later years, he's been asked to go and do that kind of DM role sometimes and go play centre midfield and still been able to go and dictate as well. Like his quality on the ball and just taking a touch is unreal. So for me, Bernardo Silva's been an unbelievable player, but at the moment you just can't see past Rice in that centre midfield, box to box.
Have to agree with that, yeah. So the number 10, right, I've actually gone with Eze above Odegaard because I prefer Eze, to be fair. But Eze or Rayan Cherki?
I think no matter if you put Odegaard or Eze in, I would still pick Cherki.
Yeah?
Yeah, Cherki, I feel like as well. I feel like Pep's losing his head the past couple of games of not bringing Cherki into the team, starting him. Yeah. I feel like he's such a good talent.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a talented player. And as long as you've got... I feel like that's what it is that because he's such a talented player and the freedom that he has, leaving Rodri by himself, I feel tactically is probably a problem for him. Yeah. But that's why he needs to find that balance. So you need to find a balance to have someone like Cherki in your team because Cherki's just such a creative player. Like quality, you need to have him in there.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'll go Cherki as well, yeah. Right, this is a tough one. Saka or Semenyo on the right wing?
I'm still going to go Saka.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know why Semenyo's right wing. Why is Semenyo right wing?
I've gone Semenyo right wing because then I've got Trossard or Doku left wing. So that's why I went with, because, and to be fair, Semenyo can play from the right. I think he played there for Bournemouth a lot as well.
Yeah, all right, well, even if he has played there, I'm still going to go Saka.
You're going to go Saka over Semenyo, yeah? I'm going to go Semenyo, man. Especially this season. I think Semenyo's had a better season than Saka this season.
He might have had a better season, but I can't pick Saka over. I can't pick Semenyo over Saka.
I know what you're saying, overall, but no, I'm going to go Semenyo for this season. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, left wing, Trossard or Jeremy Doku?
Doku's been very underwhelming for me personally. I feel like Trossard hasn't had the best of seasons this year, but they're both on that kind of year where I feel like both of them could have done better this year.
Trossard started well this season, didn't he? Up until Christmas.
He was all right.
Yeah.
Doku was also a person that started well.
He did, yeah.
For me, I'd probably just favour Trossard.
Really? Above Doku, yeah?
Just favour him just about. But that's because I feel like Doku's got so much more talent or just attributes to his game that he should be able to... Yeah, but like when you're that fast, you should be able to find ways if you're technically that good, or just your thinking and your decision making needs to be better when you've got that much attribute.
No, I agree.
In terms of being able to run past people, you should be doing better than what you are doing. Trossard don't have that speed. Two completely different types of players, two different styles of wingers. So for me, I'd just pick Trossard just about.
Fair enough. And obviously, the centre forward is a no-brainer. We've got Gyökeres or Haaland, but I don't think there's a single person in the world football.
I feel like the disrespect on Gyökeres is a bit harsh, but Haaland is obviously the best striker in world football, so it's got to be Haaland.
Okay, so we've gone Donnarumma, Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba, Rodri, Rice, Cherki, Semenyo or Saka.
Yeah, we're both on the fence.
Trossard and Haaland. To be fair, that's a hell of a team.
Predominantly Arsenal.
Yeah.
How many Arsenal?
No, I think you got one. So you got Haaland.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's about half.
It's about 6-5, and then obviously we're on the fence
with one
of them. Yeah, it could be like 7-4, 6-5. So it's not too dominant.
Yeah. Pretty. Yeah. I think I'm happy with that. Guys, let us know Semenyo or Saka.
Yeah, let us know your combined.
This season, please. Obviously, there was plenty of other games in the Premier League this season. It's been another topsy-turvy weekend. We're going to start with a Man United Villa game. For me, the biggest game of the weekend. not Liverpool versus Spurs. But yeah. So, 3-1 United. Šeško scored again off the bench. Did you watch the game?
No.
Didn't watch the game?
No, I wasn't able to watch the game still.
But obviously United got the win. First half, it was, mate, you did not miss anything in the first half. It was watching paint dry. The atmosphere was flat. The performances of both teams were flat. Really, really poor first half.
What was the score at half time?
Nil. No.
You was winning, no?
No, I think it was. I think it was 0-0.
Was it 0-0?
Yeah, it was 0-0. Yeah, it was 0-0.
Oh, yes, it was, because there was 3 games. I think all 3 games.
0-0
I was
half-time,
like, bloody hell, where's the goals coming? I had my notifications, so I thought my notifications
terrible,
weren't
mate.
working.
Yeah, the first half was so poor. But then obviously that man again, Bruno Fernandes, man, he come up with a good set piece goal for Casemiro.
So set piece.
Set piece FC, yeah. Set piece goal for
Fair
Casemiro.
enough.
But the second goal to the ball to Cunha was outrageous, man. Brilliant goal.
Yeah.
Then obviously, Villa had equalised. Equalised through Ross Barkley, and then obviously United got the goal with Cunha, and then Šeško came off the bench and done the business again. What's your thoughts on United and the whole top 4 situation? I did say to you we could finish third, and you lot laughed at me. You all laughed at me.
No, I just said that you need to be a bit like, you just need to chill out. For me, you just need to chill out a little bit. Don't get too excited. United can always still, like, for me, they're topsy-turvy sometimes. So, yeah, I literally just wanted to see the goal for what Cunha scored. It's all right. It's decent.
Nah, it's a great finish, mate.
It's not
finish.
World
Great
class
ball
assist.
from Bruno Fernandes.
It's all right. It's good. I won't get too excited. No, but like just the fact that a lot of things run through Bruno anyway. So I feel like Bruno's had quite a good year. Obviously, on course to try and break the assist record. Aston Villa again showing that they're not doing well towards the end of this back season.
Yeah, they're falling off. They're in big trouble.
Well, I hope they fall off enough. But boy, I feel like Man United at home, they needed a good win at home to kind of give them that kind of confidence towards the end of the season. There's not many games to go now, so yeah, just obviously Bruno Fernandes performing. A lot of the players that you've brought in starting to get on the end of goals and stuff like that. Šeško getting involved, Cunha getting involved, and like I said a couple of weeks ago, it's like that's the kind of nitty gritty difference between the quality of players that you lot signed, probably in comparison to the Liam Delaps and Garnachos to what we signed. So
Gittins and that.
Yeah,
the quality always
I haven't even
shows
seen
in the
Gittins. I don't know where he is playing with kittens.
All right, listen, I've got a question for you. Serious question. Is Bruno Fernandes going to win the Player of the Season award, or should it be Declan Rice?
Can't give it to Bruno.
Why not? Why not? Tell me why not. All right, so let me ask you another question. If Bruno Fernandes breaks the assist record, should he get Player of the Season award?
I don't care if he breaks the assist record or not. He shouldn't.
So who's your Player of the Season?
It's got to come from somewhere at Arsenal. If it's going to be Declan Rice, let it be Declan Rice. But it can't be someone that's finished 4th.
So who's it? Man United won the league, I think it was, in 2012, I think it was, or 2013. Gareth Bale got Player of the Year. And City won a league in, 2014, 2015, whatever it was. Suarez got Player of the Year. And also, Man United won a treble. Obviously, that doesn't count. It's only the league. I get that. But Man United had a lot of top performers. Dwight York, David Beckham, Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, Andy Cole. But David Ginola got Player of the Year.
It's just because of the record being broken. You can't you can't look at an aspect of just the assist record's broken. Yeah, fair enough, well played. But he had 7 goals, 16 assists. He's had 23 goal contributions. João Pedro's had 19 goal contributions. Semenyo's had 19 goal contributions. Thiago's had 19 goal contributions. It's like they're 4 off of Bruno. And if you look at the performances and how important certain players have been to certain teams this season, even though Bruno Fernandes, a lot goes through him, would you say that if Bruno weren't in the team, that it really capitulates that team?
Yes, at 100%.
Well, then that's the same as João Pedro for us.
Yeah, nah, come on, it's not the same. Absolutely not. João Pedro does not have the same influence on Chelsea as Bruno has for Man United. It's not even close. And look, the other thing.
How many assists have been from set pieces from Bruno?
Quite a few, yeah. I'm sure there'll be quite a few, and Casemiro's got quite a few sort of those goals as well. But it's a bit like what you were saying about Arsenal. When you try and do the same thing over and over, and it is working, and no one can stop it, it's pretty much a skill. It's almost a skill.
Yeah, but then it's not like as if people can't stop it, because at the end of the day, United still have only scored how many goals this season? 54.
United. Have you seen it now? Have you?
Chelsea have scored 53 goals.
Yeah, United have scored 54, but
they're still 7 off of Arsenal and 6 off of City.
The other thing you need to understand as well, Ruben Amorim got sacked after about 20 odd games. Fernandes was playing as a centre midfielder at that time.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's just that Bruno's gone back into his position where he does what he kind of does anyway.
But he'd still put up serious numbers by then anyway. He'd still
when he was playing centre mid?
Yeah. He was still putting up numbers then as well. So,
but that's because he takes everything. He takes free kicks, he takes corners.
Someone said this to me before, but Sean,
anything that goes through the attacking sense of that midfield, it's just him. Because when it's Casemiro and him,
he's free kicks.
No, but like if it's Casemiro, Bruno only playing in midfield. It's gonna come from Bruno, and they give that responsibility to Bruno. But that's just the way that
Bruno takes the corners from the other side normally, and
but that's just maybe just as of recent. But it's just Bruno. Certain teams are going to get the most out of certain players because of the way that they play, and certain people are heavily relied on. Not just, don't get me wrong, if you're relied on, you're a quality player.
Yeah,
Bruno's a quality player. Bruno's a top quality player. But it's just, for me, is that enough to say that he's been player of the season just because of the assists he's had?
You know what, Sean? It's not. I'll be honest with you. It's not just assists. I think
he's played good for Man United, but that's because he's played.
But
that's because you're Man United. I can say João Pedro's been immense for us this season when Cole Palmer's
But I've watched a lot of Chelsea. I've watched
Cole
a lot
Palmer's
of
been injured for most of the year.
No, I agree with
been
that.
pants. And João Pedro's he's got 14 goals for us. Doesn't take a penalty. Like you said with Haaland, how many penalties has Haaland got?
Non-penalty goals,
You take out that and Thiago's non-penalty goals.
I rate João Pedro. I do rate João Pedro.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But it's just the influence of players to finish off where they are. You need to achieve something. Man United play once a week. They've got no cup.
Yeah.
They're going to finish in the top 4. Yes, they've come from 15th to go to 4th. Massive achievement. But it's an achievement from a team who finished 15th to go to 4th. I know that players can have Dimitri Payet seasons and be outstanding. But at the same time, if teams are winning the league for the first time in 20 years and certain key players we know have turned that team into that team, you have to appreciate certain performances. Declan Rice, I know people don't like Declan Rice because of the fact that he's not a flary player. Rodri Ballon d'Or
I'm a big fan of Declan Rice,
Rodri won Ballon d'Or. All right, he's not Messi, he's not Ronaldo, but at the end of the day, you still have to appreciate who's been the main protagonist for that team in that team, and the reason why they've looked so solid is because of Declan Rice. I feel like Rice has to win Player of the Year personally now.
Not for me, mate. It's Bruno all day.
Fair enough.
All day. Guys, let us know. Player of the season. To be fair, we still got about 8 games left, so a lot can happen in 8 games. But we'll see what the people say. Right, moving on to Chelsea. Terrible result.
Yeah, if you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk to
me, man. How you feeling?
Well, for me, I just don't understand how you play the way you did after against PSG.
Yeah.
You tried to announce the Reece James thing to kind of distract us from the fact that we had a bad result against PSG.
You signed a new contract, Reece James.
Yeah, I know Reece James has to sign it eventually, but it felt like it was perfect timing to try and put it in. I feel like this club is like a marketing club. Yeah. It's like people that run this club are just about marketing geniuses. We've had a bad turn of results this week in the stock market. Let's turn it around with a positive result of Reece James signing. I feel like it's just a distraction for the poor management of how the club's run in general to how we had the players of quality out in PSG, even though we did play okay for 80 minutes. But at the end of the day, we still lost 5-2. And the managerial kind of decision-making for me personally over the past couple of weeks has been diabolical. Newcastle rocking up, having their eye mainly on the Champions League fixture in the midweek. That was ours for the taking for us at home. We haven't lost to Newcastle for donkey's years.
I agree. Yeah.
We always seem to beat them, and I really thought that knowing that we were out of the Champions League tie in the second leg, that we would really go and attack that game at home. Losing 1-0 to them, conceding the goal that we did.
That was so bad.
For me, it's diabolical.
So bad.
Garnacho out on the left-hand side. We know he doesn't defensively do anything. He's been good taking on people, but that's the balance of what we've had. It's either Garnacho plays and he's got the freedom to take on players, or it's Pedro Neto playing and defensively he kind of helps out the team as a term of defending. Garnacho and Enzo both don't go to shut down the player out wide. He strolls into that midfield, deep into that midfield where we've literally got nobody in there. We're playing against the Newcastle side where we knew how they were going to play. They vacated the midfield. They had no midfield. They had Willock Ramsey and Voltamada playing in the 10.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the first time since Eddie Howe's taken charge that neither Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes or Joe Linton were in the starting 11.
Exactly. So for you to go and lose to a team like that and not try to dominate the midfield, and you kind of fell into their trap of just going out into their box kind of formation. And clearly, as the man went unchallenged in that midfield, to play that pass to such a high line, I don't know what Reece James doing covering that deep. I don't know why he's there in the defensive midfield going into that centre-half line. But the ball getting beat for him in behind, and then Fofana's diabolical run back of him jogging is, for me, is sackable. It's benchable. I'm tired of the Wesley Fofana hype. He was compared to Saliba and all this kind of stuff.
He was, yeah.
That's like comparing the Tottenham defence to Arsenal's defence. It's embarrassing. People try to say that the Tottenham defence was better than the Arsenal defence at one stage.
No chance.
It's
Not
just
even close.
Form is temporary, class is permanent.
Yeah.
And for me, I just think Fofana's availability for this club has been diabolical. When he has come back, it's not been many good performances for him to warrant an £80 million, £70 million transfer fee. However much it was that he cost us a lot of money. But that jogging for that goal when he's so far ahead of the Newcastle player, giving up on that play, for me just sums up the naivety, immaturity and quality of this Chelsea team.
No, I completely agree. And more bad news for Chelsea, obviously. I mean, well, first of all, on the pitch, Reece James now out between 6 to 8 weeks with a hamstring injury, and he's been so good for you lot this season. That's a big blow, man.
Integral for this back end against the teams that we're playing: City, United, Liverpool, Tottenham's.
Yeah.
We got loads of them to play. So for us, having someone like Reece James, the captain of our team, in that setup, not having him around for 6 to 8 weeks, basically the season, man. So it's like, for
pretty
me,
much from now.
it's crazy. Having Gusto in that lineup is nowhere near the same. Showing the fact that it's just like the transfers, the fact that Andre Santos or Lavia can't get into the team ahead of Reece James just shows you how
quality,
good. Just shows you how good like Reece James is, but it shows you how poor the signings have been.
Yeah.
If our midfielders that were bought can't get into this team, how crap are we being run? And then it's just, for me, the manager's just lost the plot anyway. What he's coming out in the press and talking about to the press, I feel like he's. I've never known a puppet manager to be more puppet manager than Enzo Maresca, but he's worse than Enzo Maresca, and I feel like he's just happy to be there. I saw Rory Jennings on TalkSport basically sum it all up. He's got no pedigree. Every manager we've ever hired has had some kind of CV behind them, whether it was in Europe or whether it was here.
Some sort of success.
Some sort of success somewhere. And for someone like him to be in at Strasbourg, what has he achieved? Like, I know he's under the same umbrella of management, but what is he doing there? Like, he doesn't deserve to be here. Like, and then to talk about, we go around in the huddle. If you don't think that that's not needed, you could have stumped your authority on it. It feels like he's just a glazer of the players. Like, you weren't as good as these players, and you're just in awe of the players that are better than you. But
no, I agree, man.
These players ain't better than a lot of the best teams in the league, but you're just in awe of them. But it's just, it seems like a mid-off. And it's like the conversations he's having in the press conference, the players want to go around the ball, they want to respect the ball.
Yeah,
respect the ball. You're talking absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
You're actually getting me infuriated now, because I'd rather you come out and just tell me the truth. You lied to me that Robert Sanchez was world class at his feet because you dropped him against PSG and you played Jorgensen. So clearly you didn't rate him for his ball passing ability, because he's way better at shot stopping than Jorgensen. So you've dropped him for his feet.
Yeah.
But you told us he's world class for his feet. So you lied to us about that. Now you're just waffling about other things.
Yeah, I personally think it's only a matter of time before he loses the dressing room, if he's not lost it already. That's what I think.
I feel like he's all right with the players. I just feel like, as if with the fans, we're fed up, man.
Yeah.
We're fed up with this, with the way that he's talking to the press and lying to us. So for me, I'm just like, I need him out of my team. I need a lot of things changed at my team. I need the owners out of my club. I need Blue Coat out. I need the manager out, and I need a lot of these mediocre players out.
Yeah, fair enough, man. And obviously, suspended transfer ban now, and there was a £10.75 million fine.
Yep, self-snitching.
Yeah,
self-snitching on Roman.
Yeah. And I feel like it's kind of one of those ones where they've admitted to it to make sure that they don't get a heftier fine and ban and everything. So or deduction, points deduction.
I just feel like something from Roman era. I'm like, you're talking about Eden Hazard, Willian, and all this kind of stuff.
If that 15 years ago, 10,
if
15
that
years
wasn't
ago.
addressed back then, why on earth are you bringing it up now? And why should the new owners have to suffer for what was happening in the past?
I kind of agree, man.
If he was there for that long and you never charged the previous owner under his stuff for what he done, don't treat the club as a whole when it was in that kind of management era of them owners to kind of punish the new owners. Either deal with it back then. It's done, ridiculous. It's done. It's already past it. Whether it's the people are still in charge, or it was really like taking advantage. For me, I don't understand it.
Yeah, no, listen, I agree with you, man. I think it's like you said, it's almost like the debt was attached to the club, not the ownership. When it was the ownership that was doing that. Yeah,
but it's just too far gone, man.
Yeah.
It's like university debts.
Yeah.
Once it gets past 20, 30 years, you're
Just
really
write it
going
off,
to try and
man.
just write off, man. Hell, man.
So it's back on the pitch. Man, talk to me about this Chelsea huddle, man. What is going on, man?
No,
Surely
huddle.
you've got to be embarrassed.
The
as a
memes are
Chelsea
crazy.
fan.
Like the memes, the pictures, the referee just looking down the camera lens, but it's like what they said. Cole Palmer's laughing at it. Like the huddle obviously doesn't mean that much to certain players. It just feels like a game, man.
Yeah.
It feels like the immaturity of this side is showing in
It's
so
forced.
many ways.
Yeah, it's so forced.
Like if that doesn't stink of immaturity and just like what's the point? Like Cole Palmer's laughing at the referee standing in the middle of it. It's just no one cares.
Nonsense, man.
What are they actually saying that they couldn't have said in the tunnel or in the dressing room? Why do you need to be around the ball at halfway line? And then for me,
And to go and lose the game as well.
yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
We're just doing a lot of dumb things at the moment and immature things. So for me, them kind of things are actually pissing me off more than anything.
Mate, I'm completely with you there, Sean. I think it's embarrassing, and I think Chelsea got a lot of work to do on and off the pitch. Clearly, right? Liverpool. That result against Spurs at Anfield. Obviously, we'll come on to Spurs in a second, but what's your thoughts? I take it you watched the game.
Yeah, I want Spurs going down, really. So I wanted Liverpool to win. But then at the same time, Spurs done us a favour because us not winning on the weekend, we need to kind of hope that everyone else drop points. So for me, it's like it was a lose-lose situation in that scenario. So it's a lose-lose.
But you know what? I watched the game, and the quality in that game was so poor, man. It was diabolical. I mean, the second half, it was. Don't get me wrong. Fair play to Spurs. They stuck in, and they grafted. But the lack of quality in the final third was so poor. With the final ball, the shot, the final pass. Honestly, it was like watching a Liverpool team from years and years ago, not Liverpool from the last 2, 3, 4 years under Klopp, whatever. So, but. Yeah, man, I feel like we're getting a damaging result for them.
I feel like we're getting Champions League worries because the team selections and the rotations
and stuff.
Salah and Ekitike not playing and starting that game with Rio and Gamura and Gakpo playing up front.
Yeah.
It just changes the style of play as well. Some players don't make the same kind of runs. The cohesion and the synergy between certain players, Gakpo and Rio and Gamura replacing Ekitike and Salah is chalk and cheese. So for me, I feel like they had a bit of teething problems within that first half of trying to find a way to break down Tottenham. Tottenham are desperate right now to just nick any points.
Yeah,
so
literally.
Obviously, until they went 1-0 down, I feel like they just wanted to survive in most of these games and just defend as good as they can. But yeah, for me, it was a bad result for Liverpool at home.
Terrible result. And listen, speaking of Spurs, obviously, mate, listen, they've been bantered and everything for a long time now. We've been giving it to them, but they showed a lot of character yesterday, man. Going to Anfield, getting that point. And do you know what? They deserved that point. It wasn't a luck at all. They deserved that point. They hung in there. They looked very... I mean, Richarlison could have had a hat-trick yesterday.
Yeah.
So, fair play to Spurs, man. And this is what the Premier League is about. And obviously now, over the weekend, West Ham, Forest, Leeds drew as well, which was good for Spurs. That no one pulled away from them. And it's looking very, very close. I mean, the league table now, you've got... The bottom four, but I would say Burnley
30, 29, 29.
Yeah, that's right. You've got, Leeds are in there as well, 32. Leeds are on 32 points.
Yeah, Leeds are
15th.
in and around it, yeah. I think Leeds are all right, personally.
I don't know if they are, man. I honestly don't know if they are. If they pick up if they lose a couple more games, I think they'll be in big, big trouble because Spurs are on 30. Obviously, Leeds are on 32. Spurs are on 30. Forest and West Ham both on 29. So it's only Leeds are only 3 points off the relegation zone now. So this is going to be a crazy next 8 games, man.
You have to look at the fixture running for all 4 of them, but for me personally, I feel like I'm just hoping Spurs have a really bad run, man. I don't care about anything. Right now, dump us out Champions League. I don't want no remontada hopes. Just give me Tottenham getting relegated.
So you'd take Chelsea to miss out on Champions League. All right, Chelsea to miss out on European football and Spurs to get relegated, or Chelsea to qualify for the Champions League and Spurs to stay up?
Chelsea to miss out of Europe and Tottenham get relegated.
You take that?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're not good enough to be competing in Europe
I know,
anyway.
but you still want it. Yeah. Okay, fair enough,
Us
man.
being in the Champions League, we qualified top 8 and we got dumped out first round. It's embarrassing, man. Our team's not good enough. Plus, I need my club to suffer. I need my club to suffer.
I hear
Some of these
owners,
delusional
and
these delusional fans need to suffer. These people that thought that we were title contenders around Christmas times of the past 2 years, they need to suffer because reality hasn't slapped them in the face yet to realise how crap this team is. I know we're not crap like we're mid-table, but for a team that spent the most money in the world...
Over the last 2 or 3 years,
brother, we're not good enough and they deserve to have a wake-up call to rechange the way we are. So for us, I don't feel like we're going to be involved in it. I feel like we need to just relegate Tottenham. Like, I would love if Tottenham got relegated. Imagine Millwall coming up. They'd be disappointed as hell. Millwall come up and Tottenham go down. I bet it would be so funny.
Yeah, that would be.
That would make my year, to be honest, personally. So for me, I just want Tottenham to come down.
That's all your focus is on.
Yeah, just let Tottenham get relegated.
You heard it here, guys. You heard it here first. Right, Sean. So we're going to do this week's round of fixtures, or score predictions, sorry, for this week's round of fixtures. Now, I've got to tell you, obviously, I didn't do my homework last week. Apologies for that, guys. But this week I have done. And I can tell you, after game week 30, the scores are as follows. Sean is on 27 points. Jay's on 28 points. And I'm on 29 points. So this week should be interesting. Yeah, and Jay's already dropped me his score predictions for this week. So we'll do it as we go along. Right. First game, Bournemouth, Man United.
Tight game. Bournemouth have been a bit. They've disappointed me on the weekend. Actually, I thought they would nick that result against Burnley. Burnley 0-0 draw. I'll probably go with a 2-1 Man United victory.
Right, Jay's gone 1-1 draw. I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go Desmond. I'm gonna go 2-2.
What, you think you're gonna draw?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game, man. We always struggle against Bournemouth away as well. We very rarely beat them away. Right,
Okay.
Brighton against Liverpool. That should be a good game.
Yeah.
Liverpool Champions League as well.
Yeah, Liverpool Champions League is going to be very
12:30
detrimental.
kickoff on Saturday.
Whether they win or lose that game in the Champions League is going to be pivotal to how they're probably going to want to attack this game. But Liverpool need to win games, and I feel like, but Brighton are very tricky at home.
Yeah, they are.
They're picking up form. I'm going to go 2-2.
You're going Desmond. All right, Jay's gone 2-1 Brighton win.
Wow.
I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1 for that. I agree. I think that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
Right, Fulham against Burnley.
Tight one. I think 1-1.
You reckon draw, yeah? All right, Jay's gone 3-0 Fulham win. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Fulham.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I might be make or break on that one for me not giving a Fulham win, but I feel like Burnley did do well against Bournemouth. Yeah, I'm trying to get them points, man. I need to make them points up, boy. Perfect scores aren't good enough. Well, the wins ain't good enough. Perfect scores are the best.
Perfect scores now, yeah. All right. Next game is Everton against Chelsea, your boys.
Must-win game for Chelsea, boy.
Another Champions League game.
Yeah, I feel like we're already out of that, though, but I'll go with a 2-1 Chelsea win.
Jay's gone with a 2-0 Everton win. Do you know what?
He really wants to come off top spot. He wants to, sorry, he's second. He's going back down to third.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to go with... That's such a tough game. You know what?
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I don't know why I'm hyping Chelsea.
I'm going 2-1 Everton.
Yeah,
I'm going 2-1 Everton. I think Everton showed a lot against Arsenal, to be fair, and I think they are improving. I'll go 2-1 Everton. Right. Next game is Leeds against Brentford, 8 o'clock kickoff. That's a good game.
I'm going 2-1 Leeds.
You're going 2-1 Leeds. Jay's gone 0-0 draw.
Wow. I think this game's got goals in it.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm going to go 2-1 Brentford. I think Brentford have been decent away from home this season. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Brentford. Right, Newcastle against Sunderland, the big game. I mean, it's 12 o'clock on a Sunday. You know why? Because they want to get them in and out of the stadium as soon as they can.
They don't want the guys getting on the lash early. That's what they let the lash all afternoon, and then they're all drunk and fighting.
100%.
I'll go with a 3-1 Newcastle win.
Right. Jay's gone 1-1 draw. I'm going with you said 3-1 Newcastle. I'm going 2-1 Newcastle. I think Sunderland have been struggling a bit. And I know Newcastle have got Barcelona, but they've got to put that result right on the weekend after they lost 1-0 away. So, yeah, I'll go 2-1 Newcastle. All right. Villa against West Ham.
I'll go 2-1 Villa. As much as I feel like Villa are capitulating, I just don't like West Ham, man. I think that they're struggling.
They've been all right, man.
They're all right.
They're putting in some performances now.
I feel like Villa might just get that win. I feel like they're going to target this game.
They've got Europa League as well.
Yeah, but I feel like they'll just about nick this at home. If there was away from home, different scenario. But at home, I'll go 2-1.
Well, Jay's going 1-1 draw. And do you know what? I'm going to agree with him. I'm going to say 1-1 draw. I think West Ham might nick a point there again. I think they've got a bit of momentum after that City game. And finally, the last game of the weekend is 2:15 kickoff. Spurs against Nottingham Forest.
Why didn't they make that 4:30, man? They could have had three
Is
good
it in the
games
cup
on
final
that
that day?
No, but yeah, that's why.
That's why, yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Tottenham Forest would have been that's what I mean. I'm gonna watch the Tottenham.
Yeah,
Both games look
that
good
should
to
be a
watch.
game. Yeah. Do you know what? That's a good Sunday. You know, Newcastle, Sunderland, and then Spurs, Forest. So yeah, go on. Spurs, Forest. What's your prediction?
I'm gonna go with 2-1 Tottenham.
Yeah. Do you know what? Jay's gone with a 1-1
I really
draw.
want him to lose, but I feel like they're gonna find a win, man. Especially with that equaliser against Liverpool, man. I feel that their tails are gonna be a little bit up, man. They're gonna be a bit more confident going into that game. I feel like Tottenham probably do beat Forest.
Well, Jay's gone with a 1-1 draw. I'm going to go with 2-1 Spurs as well. I think that Spurs are going to get a lot of encouragement from that draw at Anfield. I think that's a massive result for them. Yeah, and
that's it.
That's it. Yeah,
That's our
I think
thing.
it should be an interesting weekend of football, man. Hopefully, we do the business this weekend. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you very much for everything, all your support and everything as always. Please like, subscribe, share. Tell everyone that you can. And we will see you next week where Jay will be back and he'll be your host. You won't have to hear my voice as much. So yeah, I'm sure you're happy about that. Shawnee, top man, thank you very much,
100%.
bro. Wicked.
Peace.
Cheers. Peace.